Hey, today I want to talk to you about patience. And in particular, I'm actually going to tune into a client story, a client that literally only a few moments ago, I came off the coaching call that I have with them. And this particular client story, I think, will help solidify some ideas around patience, and then uniquely for the experiences that this particular person has been through. Patience has been something that I've attempted to integrate and just work on like a muscle, over a lot of years. And I think honestly, you don't begin to understand what patience is until you've actually just walked a little bit of life. I don't think there's any shortcuts, ironically, or any quick ways to understand and appreciate it apart from the passage of time itself. So let me tell you about our client, and I won't mention their name, but I'm sure they'll be super happy, that we've used their story, as a lesson, to potentially help somebody else. Now, this particular person, well before we'd met them and they'd come into our world, had led a very fast, volatile life, using and abusing drugs, alcohol, which then, as you can only imagine, just led them down some really dark, dingy paths in life, and had them spending a lot of time around people that they didn't want to be spending time with, making a lot of choices that perhaps led them to have a lot of regret, which they're extremely grateful for now, because there's a lot of lessons inside of this for them. Now, during the time of us looking after this person, within the last 2 months, this person actually ended up in hospital because of the strain and stress that all of these years accumulated to, and their insides actually burst. And they ended up needing emergency surgery to sort out, part of their intestine, part of their gut that actually burst. If I remember rightly, I'm not going to pick my phone up, I believe it was actually Boxing Day of last year, and at the time of recording this is the 5th of February, so they've not long had surgery and they've been laid in bed basically, for a good couple of months, or for a month and a bit. A month and a bit, about 6 weeks maybe. Excuse me. And I've been really privileged to have been by this person's side, and Elaine and I have supported this individual to get back to a clearer state of mind, helping them stay true, to what they want for themselves, which is great. And on today's coaching call, we saw that it was really powerful and relevant to drive in a lesson around patience. I'm gonna share with you the visual that came up for me as we were going through the call, with them. And this particular visual, and I don't know why it popped into my head, to be honest, but it all just sunk in at the right time. And I said to them, I feel like patience has been stood in the corner, of your life through this period, a lot of years, almost in the darkness, waiting to teach you a lesson, waiting to give you, again, unironically, a punch to the gut. a hit to the midsection, to the solar plexus, to knock you on your feet, take you down, and have you spending time away from the things and the people that you've grown to love and draw, or be affiliated with. And the expression on, the person's face, when I shared this was like, wow, you're totally right. Been living this fast, hard life, trying to race through everything, knee-jerk reaction, never thinking more than one space or one jump ahead at any point in time. It's just about the here and the now and what I can get from people, situations, you name it. And I think we go through seasons in life of where there are times, and there's certainly a place to move fast, take action, have little thought, put trust in self. And I think there are certainly seasons of where we need to move slower, with a little bit more intention, with a little bit more thought, with a deeper sense of purpose, of where one move actually counts towards 10 steps because it's so powerful. And like in a game of chess, of where the aim is to put the king into a checkmate position. The king only has to move one space in order to create space, safety, and potentially open up a win, for the opposing side. And I think life has to be a little bit like that sometimes, of where one very intentional move is worth perhaps, during the chaotic times, maybe 10. Maybe you've been leading, a life of chaos and noise and very little thought. Maybe this next season of your life is more about thinking 2, 3, 4, 10 moves ahead. Being a little bit more strategic, about how you do things. Spending a little bit more time and thought on how you react to things, how you speak to yourself, how you communicate with others. Maybe testing that patience muscle, is what you need to be doing. Certainly if like this person that I'm sharing experience of, they were lacking so much patience in their life that the path they were leading was burnt out. And by following it for such a long period of time, doing things a particular way, it brought them crashing down, almost to death. That's how close it was for this person. If he was in any other environment of where this particular thing happened, he wouldn't actually be around. I know this is an extreme example. Maybe you can resonate personally, or maybe there's this framing can be laid into a different part of your own life of how you've been doing things for so long is just yielding nothing but pain and anguish, when in actual fact you just need to take a step, 2 steps, maybe even 3 steps back and just have a better and clearer picture of what is actually happening and what is going on, and then pour over a huge measure of patience and calm and peace, and do things in the complete opposite fashion. Maybe that's what's next for you, just like it is for this person that we're taking care of. So I just wanted to share that with you today, just in case it landed with the right person at the right time, and it's something you can go ahead and integrate into your own life. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon.